Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey, and if this is your first time seeing me, please make sure it's not the last by hitting that red subscription button and the bell down below so that you're notified of new videos on my channel every week. And I thought for this particular video, I was going to showcase to you all what my fall 2023 schedule looks like. And I think you will be pleasantly surprised on what it actually looks like in terms of like teaching and especially diving into the world of creating resources for you all, which includes lessons or even sub plans or just digital activities, scavenger hunts, that sort of thing. How am I going to fit in on this journey that I'm exploring while also teaching and also working at another job as well? Also, before we get started, if you like what I am going to be talking about in this video, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And also, if you have any questions or future suggestions for videos I should do on my channel, please let me know down below. I love discussing with you all, and I love being able to hear your ideas on what I should be able to talk about next. And I'm going to show you what my schedule is going to look like for fall 2023. Of course, it may adjust depending on if I have a need for private one-on-one students on OutSchool or maybe outside of OutSchool as well. I will adjust accordingly wherever the needs are. So obviously this is not going to be permanent, but in terms of me having like ADHD moments of being like, oh, hyper fixation on this thing for 5 hours and then no focus on anything else that I would like to do. So let's go ahead and turn it in. So now that we have officially switched over to my Google Calendar, what you're going to see is that for my morning portion, for the most part, I'm going to be at my job. So obviously it's going to be early in the morning that I'm going to be working there. So we're going to solely focus on the second half, which is obviously what you're going to see here is going to be where the action in terms of like online teaching or creating TPT products or Etsy products or digital downloads, that sort of thing. This is where all the action is going to happen, is right down here. So obviously once I get off from work, I'm going to need to take a moment to just kind of debrief my workday in terms of nourishment and also rest. So what you may see on here is lunch and a nap. And just because of health reasons, yes, it's absolutely crucial that I at least shut my eyes, take a moment to debrief for at least 20 minutes. I did put in an hour just to kind of give out a little bit of wiggle room, but you get the idea. After working for almost 7.5 hours at my work for most of the weekday, I'm going to have to be able to take a moment and rest afterwards. So after I'm nourished and I get rest, the first thing I'm actually going to dig into is start creating TPT products. And this could range from digital products, but it can also range into custom projects or lesson presentation templates or any other needs that even you guys may be searching for as well. I would span it for an hour, and then in that next part, it's actually going to be flex classes. So obviously, if you have seen my past videos about OutSchool flex classes, you know that these meetings actually do not meet live. But here's the thing. One of my other goals for 2023 and also leading into 2024 is that I want to grow and expand my flex class options. And I'm not talking about just like 10 or even 20 flex classes. One of my goals would be to have 50, 60 flex classes, if not more. And obviously, I know there are flex class teachers out there that teach like almost 200 flex classes on OutSchool, which just blows my mind that there are teachers out there that actually do that. Like, that's all they do on OutSchool is just teach flex classes, and they have almost 200 of those classes. It's insane. And obviously, as I say that, very overwhelming. So what I'm going to do is have a tangible goal, because as of right now, I only have about 11 flex classes on OutSchool, and then I'm in the process of transferring. So I'll still have my flex classes on OutSchool, but I'll have similar or same options on Teach Me Truth. So that way there are two platforms, two different communities that can sign up and take similar classes that I have to offer on both platforms, and just see, you know, what kind of income potential that could be offering the same courses on there. However, on Teach Me Truth, I do have a little bit more freedom in terms of what kind of lessons I can offer on the platform. So, you know, as opposed to classes that maybe I wouldn't necessarily be allowed to teach on OutSchool. So there's a little more freedom on Teach Me Truth. So I'm going to be exploring that option as well. So when I say by the end of 2023, I want to be able to have at least 20 flex classes, I mean combined. So in a sense, like combination of what I offer on Teach Me Truth and also on OutSchool. So even if OutSchool has less than Teach Me Truth, there's just a combined total of 20 flex classes that I can offer on both platforms. That is the end goal. But each day I'm carving out time where if I have flex classes already active with learners, I make sure I take the time and communicate with those learners if they have questions or comments, or I have to review projects. But also, if that is not the case, I'm going to be filming, I'm going to be creating, and I'm going to be lesson planning those flex classes. So taking a break from live teaching, I know it's wild, but see, that's the beauty of being an online teacher, is that you have the freedom to do what you want in terms of your business. So I feel like I'm at a point that since I do have another job that I can rely, you know, a lot of my income from, I have more freedom to explore the flex class route, to be able to create meaningful interactive flex classes that are, you know, that parents will want to sign up for and take the classes on. So I just dedicate that time and do a little bit of that. And then obviously I'm going to take a break for dinner. Now, I won't be able to work a lot of the evenings to create more products. So what I'm also doing is creating products specifically for Etsy, because what I have discovered about Etsy and TPT is that each product is going to be a little bit different than, you know, what I would offer on TPT. For Etsy, I would offer my scavenger hunts. I would offer presentation templates. I would be offering those types of resources for Etsy viewers. Whereas for TPT, I would be creating educational resources. Either way, they're gonna have to be divided and separated in terms of making the content and just making sure I'm holding space to create those items. And then also what you may see on the calendar is digital activity creation. So I just recently did a free training from Think Tank course. I don't know if any of you have heard this or not, but Think Tank course will sometimes have free challenges throughout the day that will show you step by step how to create digital resources. And I had been super inspired by this recent challenge that I just took, where I create like a interactive decoder cipher. So students read a passage and they answer 10 questions based on the passage. And then as they answer the questions correctly, a cipher will start, you know, scrambling around to where it will unscramble and reveal the code, the secret cipher code, where you can help reveal what the secret code is on there. So it has been so much fun to create that resources, which is why like on Instagram, I'm always asking like a lot, like if you needed a quick sub plan, if you are like, I need a fun digital resource on teaching this really, really boring subject or boring topic, you know, for my classes, how can I do that? Like, which is why I encourage you to say, hey, like, let me know. I can make that into the digital activity for you, and we can make that fun for you. And I love being able to create all these resources for you, and I love being able to explore that topic. And of course, the digital activities are going to be in my Teachers Pay Teacher store. So I am obviously going to be dedicating a lot more time to creating at least 2 to 3 different TPT resources in my store every week. And I know quantity, doesn't make a huge difference in terms of like profits and income, as long as it's actually quality resources that a lot of teachers would find benefit from. So, like I said in the comments, if you do have a suggestion for digital activities or resources that I can make in my TPT store, please let me know down below, and also give a follow on my Teachers Pay Teacher store so that when I do create that resource, you will be the first to know that I made a new resource. Woohoo! So, obviously, what I'm going to be focusing on personally is not really a whole lot of teaching per se. I still will be teaching, but obviously it's for the flex class format. So more like a one and done, gathering everything together to lesson plan for the flex class, and then being able to post either on OutSchool or on Teach Me Truth. And that is going to be a lot. So I'm focusing more on creating more digital resources and not so much on teaching, which I do have math and language lessons available for online tutoring for OutSchool. So if a family is interested, obviously I will adjust the schedule accordingly to my availability and their availability. But this is going to be my goal for the rest of 2023, which is basically the fall season, of really honing in and focusing on creating digital resources for teachers and being able to create self-paced courses for families that just simply do not have the time to attend live courses, and that all of these things are going to be meaningful. So let me know, what do you think about this shift where I'm not like teaching as many courses and I'm focusing on digital activities? I know some of you are like, I'm interested to see, now that you're not really on the OutSchool boat anymore, like, what are you doing now? And this is what I'm doing right now. I am creating digital resources. I'm having a ton of fun being able to create these resources for not just you guys, but for anyone. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time.